X. And we could cleanse it too, because it's got a bunch of debuffs. Okay. See, again, that thing wasn't dead, but it's like, no, I'm leaving. Alright, we should have this in the bag without any problems. So I know, well, no. If I do auto, it's gonna like burn mana doing stupid stuff.
Yeah.
Think we just lost the wolves, and we get them back if we win. Yep, there they are right there. Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Do they have enough armies to hit me again? Because I still see the dude standing there. My minion plushie arrived today. It's so cute. I'm so glad you're happy with it. Like, the biggest sadness would be is if y'all, like, got it, and then you told me, like, yo, this doesn't look as good as the pictures. And I'd be like, no. They regret their order. No. Mine at my parents' house right now. Nice. Wait. Oh, whoops. I thought the enemy was still taking their turn, so I was sitting here waiting, and they were done taking their turn. Okay, so... Hold on. Do I have any level ups before I attack? No. Kind of surprised. Doing an auto. Let's see what it calculates. Oh god, no. No, no, no. Retry. What? Dude. It's like, defeat 3 armies, lose no units. Defeat 1.5 armies, lose 3 units. No. No. Go back. Unacceptable. Oh, dang. Oh, no. No, it's turn 1, you jerks. What are you doing? Oh, my God. I haven't even gotten to go yet. Alright, so we lost an architect on turn 1 because they pulled it out. They pulled it, killed it, and then mind controlled this thing. So there's a couple of things we need to do. One, we got to kill this guy to free the mind control. So we're gonna charge over, curse, and hit it.
Yeah,
Oh man. Alright, there we go. The mind control's broken. How do I want to do this? So by the end of this battle, I want to try to move my leader over here and try to resurrect the guy that died. Okay. Move her over a little bit. Wait, whose turn is it right now? Oh, that person's really far away. Alright. Yeah, one thing I find odd is the fact that they went first. Because I attacked them. And this, as far as I know, this is not a game where you, like, roll for initiative. So I'm actually not sure how that calculated.
Uh-huh.
They... Oh, they just spelled the bond I had on that character. Nice. Alert feat, maybe?
Huh?
Lots of misses. That's gone. Alright, where's our leader? Right here. So I want her, if possible, before the end of the battle, want to resurrect that guy. So we got to get her closer to that spot. We can also give someone an extra turn here. The wolves. Okay. Just move there and chill. 5% chance. Wow! Actually got a grace. I mean, that's better than I thought. One of the phoenixes can go.
Away?
Architect. Oh, 4 regeneration. Oh, God. Oh my God, this faction is so good. This legitimately might be my new favorite faction to play. At least in the early game.
Alright.
Like, there are some people that are like, oh man, my favorite thing is you know, hitting really hard, big numbers, you know, they like power. There's other people, they like speed, you know, they want really fast units. Me, it's sustain. Like, summoning fodder units in front of my important ones, being able to heal a whole lot, like, oh my God, the green numbers, chat. The green numbers. That's my jam. I like rats, lots of rats. Raichi, have you seen the trailer for the new Total War thing? Where Nagash, the guy who invented necromancy, is coming back? and all the undead factions are bowing before him. And apparently in the lore, he's had a lot of run-ins with the Skaven, and the top comment under the video, the last time I checked, was, Nagash returns. The rats. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
Yeah.
Which books have you taken this game? Let me finish this fight and I'll show you. Because I could rattle off a couple, but I don't remember all of them. Wait, what? Just end your turn. Oh, they just blasted that wyvern, but that's a temp unit, so that's okay. Alright, let's see if we can do this now. Revive Architect. Alright, he can't move, and he's standing in fire, but he's back. Alright, Alright. I would hit auto, but it would burn through a bunch of my mana for no good reason, so we're not gonna do that.
You what?
You what? You what, mate?
Mm-hmm.
Who is this? Shademaker. Ah! Failed the 50-50.
Uh-huh. Yeah, what?
Tonic.
You what?
Alright. Don't think anyone's in danger of dying here, which is the main thing. I just want to finish them off with everybody alive. That's the goal right now. Dude, 5% chance to hit? What?
Alright.
Alright, is that it? Think everyone's alive. Alright. I totally see how the AI lost a few units, because, you know, turn one, they went yoink and pulled one of mine into theirs, like Scorpion from Mortal Kombat screamed, "Get over here!" Okay, so someone asked what tomes I've got. Show tome library. We have Tome of Alchemy, which you saw during that battle. I was using Mysterious Tonic to remove some debuffs. I have Tome of the Fey Mist, which you saw during that battle. I have Staves of Mist on my healers. My people are Fey Touch, so they are immune to the negative effects of the mist, and I had Lingering Mist on that entire battlefield. I have Tome of Faith. I have everything from Tome of Faith. Staves of Mending was used in that battle. I don't think any of the other stuff here was used in that battle. Tome of the Beacon. We've got the Mighty Meek enchant on our troops, and we can summon chaplains. That's all I've got from this right now. I mainly took this because I needed more order affinity at the time. Tome of Subjugation. We've got Baron's Palace, which is just a really nice building. And I can train subjugators. That's all we've got here. Again, I needed more order affinity. I wanted to hit 6 affinity. My goal was to try out the new tomes from Archon Prophecy while playing Archon Prophecy. And one of them is Tome of the Archon. And I needed 6 order affinity for that. And then also, I took Tome of the Tentacle, and the main reason was to get at least one Shadow and Astral Affinity, so that I could start getting those things on the tree. And as far as the tomes that give a Shadow and an Astral Affinity, Tome of the Tentacle is nice simply because of Summon Tentacle. Summon Tentacle, you can, just pop it up on the battlefield behind like an enemy archer or caster, and it will really ruin their day. Because, like, one, they can't do spells or shoot arrows while something is adjacent to them, and two, it will root them so they can't move away from it if you're lucky. Tendril Labyrinth is just a nice building for cities. They love tentacles, so it increases gold, and they're happier. But yeah, and that's it. That's the tomes I've got. Do you like Tome of Warding? Yeah, Warding's okay. It gives some nice buffs to your people. Staves of Warding is a buff to the support units. Magical wards increases their resistances to fire, frost, and lightning. So yeah, there's some nice stuff in here. I've done some runs with that for sure. Speaking of which, I think it's time we pick Archon now. Alright, Tome of the Archon. So, primarily picking this because it's new for this DLC. Actually, wait, is Tome of Supremacy also new? I don't remember this. I'm going to read this, one sec. Monument of Supremacy, plus draft, plus city stability. Exemplar flying shield unit that excels at increasing the morale of your units. Embolden allies. Condemn army, 20 damage to an army. Anthem of Victory, all allied units gain strength and morale. Supreme Magic grants Zeal, which makes the attacks deal extra spirit damage. Killing a unit causes it to explode, doing 20 spirit damage to adjacent enemy units. Okay. And then Tome of the Archon. Target dead, non-hero, non-celestial unit revives as a vigil under the caster's control until end of combat. On revive, all friendly units in 2x radius are healed for 20. But it's until end of combat. Pure Soul. At the start of each turn in combat, your race dispels one negative status effect and flips it to a positive if possible. Holy Aura grants enchanted units status protection to adjacent friendly and damaging enemy units. Celestial Guardians. Target leader of an army gains Celestial Guardians for one world map turn, conjuring 2 tier 3 Archon units at the start of combat for the duration. Oh, wow. Summon Astra. Tier 5 mythical unit. And an angel unit with strong attacks and healing abilities. Alright, let's get this. What is an Archon Gate? 20 city stability, unit deployment location, allows drafting of Titans. Functions as a teleporter. Alright, tell me the Archon. Can it resurrect a summon? I don't know.
Rejoice. For the
Archons perfect.
Descend
Summon
from
Astra.
the heavens once again.
Alright, I'm gonna let it talk.
The day of reckoning has arrived, and you stand exalted with titans and angels.
Hang on.
Herald their
I'm gonna get a
arrival.
fresh drink. Give me just a
Witness
moment,
how
chat.
their wrath wreaks havoc on the wicked, and their blessings bestow grace upon the blameless. You, righteous one, fear death no more, for ascension is attained through sacrifice.
Chat, I woke up this morning with a pounding headache, and I realized that yesterday I lived a much healthier life. I had like no caffeine yesterday. And usually I have a couple cans of Coke each day, you know? And so I think this morning I had like one of those caffeine withdrawal headaches. I was like, oh my God, it hurts so bad. So it's earlier than I usually do, but I didn't have any yesterday, so I am opening a soda earlier in the day. Summon Astra. Alright. Come on. There we go. By the way, I was just reminded of a funny little story, just like a parent tale. When Gabe, my son, when he was little, he misunderstood the meaning of fresh, okay? He thought fresh meant old. So, like, if he was drinking water, sometimes he would be like, yo, I want new Wawa. And we're like, you've got water right there. And he's like, no, this is fresh. And so, like, we would try to correct him, of course, but we were laughing at the same time. So my wife and I would joke. We'd be like, oh, yo, I gotta get something new. This is gone fresh. And it's just like a joke in our household, like, to this day, you know, years later. But, yeah, if something was old, it had gone fresh, by his definitions. Okay, what else do we got here? Let's see, orders required. Now, I've still got a few armies over here we've been keeping at home, and the reason for that is that this map had a mechanic where it occasionally just, without walking them over here, it just occasionally plops enemies over here right in my face. So we've been keeping some stuff at home. Alright, they're still chilling here. We gotta stay here and make sure that they don't successfully get anyone over here to stop the city burning. Subjugator research complete. Mana obelisk done. Okay, so hold on. So this obelisk is going. We could start a monument here. So it counts as a conduit, right? Put it right there. Alright, so we already have one for nature. Wait, what? Nature affinity is opposed by shadow. Empires or free cities with opposing affinities will suffer relation penalties. I didn't know that was a mechanic. Alright, let's do this one for order. Okay, our vassal here is encroaching. We gotta box him in. Need more farms. Alright. Hero leveled up. Who is this? This is Lundrai. Adept at nature. Melee attacks plus 10% damage. Shiunga, and therefore Shibunga. Cleaving Sweep. 40 damage and a cone in front of you. Mastered Focus. If not engaged in melee when its turn starts, it gains 20% more damage on its physical ranged attacks until it moves. Frika has gained Renown. That's fine. The Ox gained Renown. That's fine. Malleol blasted you. Negotiation succeeded. Okay. Enter. Do you have the ability to smith your own artifacts? Yeah, I've got an item forge. I haven't put much into it right now, but yeah. Basically, I don't know if you're asking me, like, if the game works that way. I'll try to give you the most in-depth answer I can, because I'm not sure how you meant that question. In the cities, you can build a building called an item forge. If you make it, this button up here appears. And you could go in here and be like, okay, I want to make, you know, and then here's like swords and shields. And you could choose any base weapon. And so you're like, okay, I want to make a crossbow. And that's like, okay, the crossbow will have these abilities for a hero that uses it. And then you can be like, okay, I want to change the damage type. And these are my options. And these are nodes in the world. So depending on which nodes you have got access to in the world, you are basically like using that material to make this weapon. So like if you want to make a cold damage crossbow, I can't because I don't have the node that gives that type of thing. Then you can add more stuff to it. You're like, oh, I want to add more crit chance, I want to, you know, frenzy, and I want to have bonus versus animals. And the more things you add, the more ridiculous the price goes. And you get the resources used to make artifacts by breaking down old ones. So like if you loot something you don't need, you can hit the disenchant button, which is behind me, and then you get material which can be used to make other stuff. Okay, so you're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting. The Phoenix is done. All right, hopefully it doesn't get jumped. I want this Phoenix to come over here and join them. All right, the main city is ready to expand. For quarry. Oh, that's right, we were surrounding the Feywater Pond with, foresters, because it gives +3 mana per turn for each forester touching it. Okay, Empire skill available. Recruiting units during Rally of the Lieges costs 50% less gold. Time between rallies reduced. Honestly, of all of my last like 20 games, this is the one I've used Rally of the Lieges the most, getting these Phoenixes. Set production. Monolith. Let's make some scouts. They've killed off most of our scouts so far, I just remembered. So we're gonna make a few here. Just wondering if you're using it, not sure if it was behind some DLC. It was, I believe, added in the DLC with the Giants. One of the passive perks for the Giants is if you have a Giant leader, they start with the item forge already ready to go. But I haven't been using it much this run, other than like one nice thing about it is, like, let's say you recruit a new hero and they start with a lance, and you're like, oh, I hate lances. You could use the item forge and just make a level 1 version of your favorite weapon and swap it. To give you an example, ranged units, like our ranger here, Frika, certain ranged weapons you can't use on a mount, like on horseback. So if you want your ranged unit to be faster, you might need to swap them to a ranged weapon that can be used from horseback. So this crossbow is an example of that. And if you don't see the mount behind them, then they can't use it from the mount. Okay, this scout is ready to go. You are gonna auto-explore. Alright, that city is gone. Okay. Now, having a teleporter up here would not be bad. Can I build an outpost adjacent to an... Oh gosh, really? Okay.
Yeah. Huh? Huh?
Okay, got that Phoenix up here. Outpost costs less gold. Making outpost takes 1 less turn. Your cities gain 100% more food. Take that. So, got one more city here, and then there's a quest thing there of some kind. I wonder, dismantle ruins. I wonder if that requires your army to stay there, or if you could just like hit the button and then leave, because it says it takes 3 turns. Dude, what are you doing, man? Okay, he's being super dumb. Alright, here. I'll manually give you an order, you idiot. Dude, center the screen on him. Where is this unit? Oh my god. Oh, they made a new city here, I just realized.